Dr. Catherine Wellington's sharp voice echoed through the fifth-floor hallway of Mount Sinai Hospital. "Are you sure this young man should be taking care of our most important patient?" Dr. Andre Santos paused at room 312, adjusted his stethoscope, and exhaled slowly. At 27, he had faced these veiled digs countless times. 3 years of residency at New York's most prestigious hospital had taught him that competence was always questioned before credentials were considered. "With all due respect, Dr. Wellington," Andre replied calmly, "Victoria Blackwood has been under my care for 2 weeks. Her vital signs have improved significantly." The medical director's icy blue eyes studied him like he was out of place. "The Blackwoods donated $4 million for the pediatric wing. We can't afford to experiment." Andre knew exactly what she meant. Every case he handled at Mount Sinai felt like a test, a measure of whether someone from a public university on a full scholarship deserved a place among the elite. Victoria Blackwood, heir to one of the country's largest real estate fortunes, had been in a coma for 4 months after a yachting accident. Blonde, privileged, and surrounded by a family who treated doctors like domestic servants, she had been dismissed by anyone who didn't match their expectations. "My training in neurology at Johns Hopkins and my specialization in head trauma speak for themselves," Andre said, his tone steady. The mention of Johns Hopkins prompted a flicker of surprise on Catherine's face, a common reaction when credentials met prejudice. Inside Victoria's room, soft morning light filtered through luxurious curtains. She had been motionless for 120 days, breathing with machines, surrounded by daily deliveries of high society flowers. But Andre noticed something subtle. Tiny neurological signs others ignored, micro eye movements, slight changes in breathing, reactions to stimuli. "Good morning, Victoria," he murmured, changing the surgical dressing. "I know you're in there. When you're ready, I'll be here." Unbeknownst to Andre, Victoria had been conscious for 3 weeks, trapped in her own body, absorbing every prejudiced remark about the black doctor who shouldn't be taking care of her. Then the door burst open. Margaret Blackwood, commanding and elegant, entered with her son Richard and Dr. Wellington. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Margaret demanded. Andre kept his hands visible, a habit from years of being judged unfairly. "Routine neurological examination, Mrs. Blackwood. Victoria is showing promising signs of consciousness." Richard scoffed. "Signs other doctors have missed. Convenient." Andre met their skepticism with calm authority. "My specialization is exactly for cases like hers. My thesis and research at Johns Hopkins focused on altered states of consciousness." Dr. Wellington cut him off, dripping condescension. "The family has the right to choose who cares for their daughter. Perhaps you should focus on patients more suited to your experience." Andre's heart sank, realizing Victoria was hearing everything, the prejudice, the doubts, the assumptions. Yet her monitors betrayed her tiny physical responses. "Very well," he said, "but she may be more aware than anyone realizes." Days later, after being removed from the case, Andre meticulously documented Victoria's condition, eye movement patterns, heart rate fluctuations, and micro-reactions. Using contacts at Johns Hopkins and support from Dr. James Wilson, he prepared an evidence package for the state medical board and investigative journalists. Victoria's consciousness was confirmed through subtle codes Andre had taught her, hand squeezes, light cues. She responded, aware and ready to speak. The showdown came 3 days later in Mount Sinai's main auditorium. Dr. Harrison recommended aggressive experimental procedures. Margaret nodded eagerly. Andre entered with Dr. Patricia Reeves of the State Medical Commission, a television crew, and Dr. Wilson. "You are about to make a mistake that could cost Victoria her life," Andre stated calmly. Evidence unfolded, recordings of negligence, financial bribery, and Victoria's consciousness during the coma. Finally, a live feed showed Victoria, fully awake, calmly engaging with a nurse. "My name is Victoria Blackwood," she said, addressing the room. "For 4 months, I've been conscious. Dr. Andre Santos treated me with dignity and competence when others ignored me. My family nearly subjected me to dangerous surgery. Dr. Santos saw the truth when no one else did. Dr. Reeves announced, Dr. Andre Santos is promoted to head of neurology. Dr. Harrison is suspended. The Blackwoods donation will be returned pending ethical review. 6 months later, Mount Sinai was transformed. Andre's protocols saved dozens of coma patients. Victoria co-founded the Santos Blackwood Foundation for Medical Justice, fighting discrimination in hospitals and funding medical education for underserved students. Disgraced, Harrison became a medical equipment salesman. Margaret faced fines, and Richard fled abroad. Meanwhile, Andre and Victoria built a legacy of justice and innovation. True strength, Andre lectured, comes not from destroying those who harm us, but building bridges where others see chasms. Victoria, in the front row, knew she had witnessed a rare transformation. Humiliation turned into greatness. Prejudice turned into purpose. For young doctors facing discrimination, the lesson is clear. Exceed expectations, relentlessly pursue excellence, and let your achievements speak louder than others' biases. Because the ultimate victory is not revenge, it's undeniable excellence.